Hello everyone, this is the Nameless One, and tonight we are going to be continuing the Heart of Darkness campaign. I have here with me tonight Cameo, Cold, Ice, Moon, Nez, Yoshi, Wind, and Lone should be along eventually. Before we get started, I would like to remind you, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, follow on Twitch, all that good stuff. If you want to know how to support the channel, then check out the links in the description. More about that on the end. Let's see. Who wants to go ahead and do the recap?
I mean, pretty much all we did last time was shopping. We went into all the different shops. We went to the armor guy, we went to the magic lady, we went to the bookshop, we found our way over to the craftsman, we sold our souls a few times, and got some new items, and then went and sat in the tavern. I did some character stuff, and that's pretty much where we ended off. Not a very dense session, to be honest.
Nope.
Most of the party wanted a cursed item.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why. They're very irrational that way. It will not reflect well in our whip score.
We'll be fine. As long as we kick ass, that's all that matters.
Not only willing to sell our souls, but eager. Looking for any opportunity.
We actually only had one sell their soul, and that was Lone.
Yep. And as a result, Kindle actually owes him for that. Because he was supposed to buy something for Serenity, and Soul was not one of them.
Yeah, Kindle put a hard stop on that.
Yeah, I said one soul too much.
There's a storm rolling in.
Yeah, you do have a hurricane headed towards Texas, so...
Oh, it's still headed?
Yep.
I thought it already passed.
I think it's still headed.
I wonder if it got back up to Category 5.
It wouldn't surprise me.
That's gonna suck.
We're too far inland for it to be too much of an issue other than heavy rain.
Doesn't mean that doesn't mean it won't suck for those that it's gonna affect.
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah. I still worry about people, just not as much.
I'd be more worried about Galveston than Houston.
Yeah, Galveston. Having PTSD flashbacks now.
Let's see. Okay. So we're gonna leave you. Moon, you remember the tavern with all of the dimensional doors?
Yeah.
That's where you find the party. After finishing your round of paperwork. You were only able to get enough time that you can hit them with all of their scores, but then you have to head back to your home dimension. Well, their home dimension. They don't care which dimension you actually go to, but it just they can't stay here in Sigil.
A dimension. Let's go to a dimension. Yes.
Don't worry. We might have to leave, but I did submit the paperwork for the passports. They should be done in 50 to 100,000 years, depending on how long their local government takes.
Well, that's wonderful. Can I transfer that to one of my ancient descendants, perhaps?
Oh, sorry, it's only for you specifically.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, well.
Okay. So, Moon, feel free to hand out the web stuff while I do some behind the scenes item editing.
So, web scores. I know I've been talking about them a fair bit. The good news is most of you are scoring better than expected. However, sadly at this time, I can't give you your actual evaluation, mostly because there's just too many new factors to the party in order to get a composite score on almost half the party, which makes it almost impossible to calculate a composite score for the entire party. However, the worst of you is reliable, which is very good. Congratulations. That's better than I expected. That puts the worst of you at category 2. That is like 2 standard deviations above the normal peasant from your world.
Then, right?
Oh, that is far better than I thought it would be.
Oh, wonderful.
To give you a better idea, most of the people who usually prevent an end of the world scenario for a realm of about your category, you're looking at anywhere from a C3 to a C5. However, those of you who are about C2 are pretty much right on the cusp of becoming C3. So hopefully, by the time we reach the point that you actually have to save the world, most of you will be at least a C4.
You sure about that one, given how high the turnover rate is?
Well, what the new party members do lack in intent, potentially morality, definitely resources. I don't really know about adaptability yet. I've only really seen them in 2 scenarios. Once when they showed up for the fight, and the other time when I was watching y'all go shopping. Some of you made some terrible deals, by the way. Have none of you heard of bargaining? Anyways, so
I wasn't part of that.
don't worry, Coral. I'm not blaming you. I'm just blaming the people around you.
Okay.
But either way, at the very least, the new party members do well in combat ability, at least. Tactics is a little bit questionable, but they can at least fight well.
Okay.
You've got it all written down then, like the last couple of times, or have you need to finish that up?
Oh, sadly, I need to finish it up. I wouldn't like to hand out everyone's web score, or start handing out web scores until I can hand out everyone their web score. Mostly because then it starts to create weird divides in the party, as people who have yet to be evaluated tend to start thinking that they're better than they actually are.
You see, it does make sense, I suppose.
But don't worry, Ralphie. Your score has increased since your last evaluation.
Well, that's good.
Now, I know I wasn't here to show you all around, but would anyone like a cheese Danish? Pick them up on the way here.
Sure.
I'll grab one.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't cost my soul.
Oh, don't worry. It tastes divine, not infernal.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. By the way, met the boss.
Oh, they didn't say anything about me, did they?
Nah, he didn't say anything.
Oh, that's either wonderful news or terrible news.
I get the sense that he's fairly happy with how you're doing things. Certainly helping us get better at how you've described our evaluations. Is anything to go by?
Yes, I just wish the party had a little bit of a lower turnover rate. Just because it's always a pain to have to bring new people up to speed, and then you have to learn the new tactics, and then you have to formulate a new battle plan and strategy, and you have to figure out like the best way to work it together and play off each other. It just becomes a headache. It's like trying to play chess, but the pieces on your side specifically keep changing how they move, like every 2 turns.
At least it should be just as confusing for our enemies.
Potentially, but usually, it's only an advantage if you're not up against a much more powerful force.
Which we are.
Yes. So, well, your enemies can just outmuscle you. You need to think a little bit more strategically.
Eh. Just, let me charge in, drop a couple fireballs on me. I think we'll be fine.
Pretty sure that wouldn't work.
Might want to refine that a bit more.
It depends. You don't happen to be immune to fire, do you?
Yes. Well, when I'm enraged, yes. My Neric form and, well, let's just say my focus on my profession and the teachings I've learned make me immune.
I don't see anything wrong with this plan, then.
A Neric. Is that a new type of pony?
Oh, that's right. You weren't, around when, Ray Ray was here. Though you probably did see me at the middle of the battle, me being, big, black, flaring...
Yeah, I wondered
flaming
about
creature.
that, but I wondered about that. I just thought I was really, really wasted.
I suppose that's understandable. Yeah, when I get angry, I kind of burst into flame. Normal Neric, well, Kirin, when they turn Neric, they're just resistant to fire. I've embraced the fire.
Okay, cool.
So, we do have some new faces. We have a little bit to relax before we get deported. So, would anyone like to introduce themselves?
I know you said that, but other than when the one that would need to also introduce themselves is not here yet.
I guess we all introduce ourselves.
Yeah, I thought I already introduced myself.
Yes, off-screen introduction.
Okay, well, let's go. Let's do it. Okay. I am Arya Starlight. And I feel like I'm going to hate having to get beaten up. If anything is if all your enemies are like the last one.
Well,
Yeah.
it happened.
We don't appreciate getting beat up either.
Unfortunately, I think it's not going to get much better. As much as I like
the
it to
sounds
get
of it,
better.
From the sounds of it, you guys, I thought you were doing this for like, I don't know, years.
You know, I honestly don't know how long we've been doing this for. I certainly wasn't here at the beginning. I don't know how long.
I think
this
in-game
whole process has
time,
been going on.
it's been roughly about a year.
Well, there's your answer.
It hasn't been years, just 1 year. So-
Well, a year in constant peril would definitely make you prepared to deal with perilous situations.
Aye.
Yeah, I've been with the group like, I don't know, a couple weeks at this point.
And look at how much stronger you've gotten already.
Yeah, well, surprised I was in pretty decent condition given I was, I guess, basically brought back from the dead.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
For a dead pony, you look great.
So, Moon, as you are talking to the group, the bartender whistles at you and jerks his head at one of the doors.
Oh, finally time.
Alright, well, it's good enough of a break.
So 2 of you have things that I have put into your character sheet that are relevant to the items that you have gotten. And for the rest of you, if you have questions about the items that you bought, we will answer them as we go. Don't forget I told you you can use the hands to grapple.
Okay.
So
Burp.
you guys, I'm assuming, are going to do what you're told and step through the door to get out?
Yep, never piss off the bartender.
Can I have a drink before we
Generally
leave?
a bad idea.
Before
One
we
more for the
leave-
road, huh?
Yeah, before we leave, it's okay if we have one more for the road.
He,
You've had quite enough.
he shakes his head and shoos you through the door.
Well, you're not getting a tip.
I don't think we could afford the drink.
Anyways, we're already through the.
Moon, you do know this is in fact the deity bartender, the one that runs the tavern. I forget his name. I think it is Janus.
I'll leave him a hit die.
He nods as
You have those to spare?
he has other people's.
Yeah.
I know, but like how many?
More than is healthy.
That last
No.
fight.
All of them.
He's got plenty of liquid soul capital. What are you talking about?
So, as you guys land Moon, you are actually singled out from the party. The party can see everything that's going on as well as hear it, but they cannot interfere as Saragus appears. And he tips his non-existent hat to you before saying,
Why, hello there, dear fellow. I believe I have a bit of a proposition for you.
Oh.
See, I have something I think you would be quite interested in.
And what's that?
As you ask that, he, with a flourish, manifests what is to the party just a glowing orb.
You still have the voice on.
Oh, I brain cell.
so with a flourish, he manifests what appears to be a glowing orb with like goldish flame coming off of it. The orb itself is white. So to the party, that like they don't know the significance of what they're seeing, but to you, he's holding a god soul.
Oh. I don't suppose you're offering this to me out of the kindness of the bottom of your heart, are you?
He laughs at you and says,
You of all people would know that that's not a thing that I would do.
Well, you miss every shot you don't take.
So, I have a bit of a request. I may need to wait a little to actually voice it because
he gestures at the party.
I would rather not have yowling and interference and think of the children and what other moral bullshit they come up with this time. You and I know that some things are worth more than petty morals, right?
Of course.
And with that, he snaps his fingers, and you guys can still see the two of them, but they are far enough away that they are out of earshot. As he looks at you, Otto, and says,
See, this little group has something of interest to me. I also have an invested interest in them not necessarily succeeding in their goal, not failing, because I know that would go against your current, shall we say, benefactor. But the longer this is drawn out, the better for me. But the main thing I want is that amulet that the Yak wears.
so for you, Otto, you would be aware that the amulet is known as a Key of Armageddon because of the fact that it's used to summon Shadowfire. You're also aware enough of the history that normally, if it was the Nameless One, he could choose, but a Key of Armageddon in this form, he doesn't get a choice on whether or not he's summoned by it.
You are aware that you're asking me to essentially turn over an aspect of my own benefactor, correct?
Oh yes, indeed.
And that, if I'm caught, I could very quickly find my way to non-existence.
I'm also going to have you roll both Arcana and Insight. See if those college years paid off for you.
Yeah, you know, I went to college.
Genius.
So not only does it appear that he's not lying, and on top of that, it appears he is indeed holding a real god soul. The type of entity that you believe he might be is not going to lie when it comes to deal making, though he is not a devil or a demon.
Well, yeah, because he's been up to some face shit.
So, what do?
I have some conditions.
Oh, what might those be?
Firstly, any Any plan that you have involving this amulet must take place until after this party completes the primary task as specified by Shadowfire.
Okay.
Just to make sure that I don't get hit for breaking my deal for helping them save the world. Secondly, should my benefactor be displeased by the fact that I handed over an aspect to them, you will ensure that I do not very quickly become non-existent. Let me expand upon that. You will ensure that I do not become non-existent by the hands or powers or forces of Shadowfire or his associates.
That one's maybe a bit of a tall ask.
Well, surely, if you have a plan that involves this amulet, then you must have some way yourself to avoid the ire.
I see that you seem to be a bit more astute than the others I've dealt with thus far.
Well, yes, they're mortals. Sitting there and being, oh, I'm smarter than a mortal, is like being, oh, I'm smarter than an infant. It's true, but it's not impressive.
Then perhaps an alteration. As I cannot verify for sure if my plans will succeed with the amulet, we'll drop that part. However, I want you to stall them as long as possible. Within your means, of course. We wouldn't want you blowing the entire deal.
So I take that as to mean that you're no longer interested in the amulet, simply the delayed completion of the task.
Correct. I will even throw in a bit of information that might be helpful to you.
I will require a compensation for any bonuses that I miss due to poor performance related from this.
I mean, the God Soul is still on the table. Frankly, these things are very costly to hold on to. Gods tend to take very poorly to their kind being slain and their souls being taken.
Tell me about it. And then there's just like a new demigod of like whatever river popping up every week. Anyways. So just to make sure, our terms is as follows. You will pay me the amount of one God Soul, being the one that you are currently in possession of. In return, I will attempt to delay the party's task of saving the world. Now, you say as long as possible, but I need a more quantifiable means. You want it to delay by a month? You want it to take like X% longer?
Let's say 50% additional time.
You're essentially asking me to move the sun and the moon here.
I am providing you with a God Soul. I don't see you being able to attain one on your own.
Usually when you try to make a deal with someone, being sassy doesn't usually contribute too much. Usually, an air of friendliness is better. The best I can do is 30%. Any higher, and Shadowfire will likely become suspicious. Any lower, you have nothing to gain. Plus, it gives me roughly 20% wiggle room that I can try to work around it.
Very well, I believe that I can work with that. I will also throw in a bit of information that might, shall we say, assist this.
And with that, he produces a contract in Infernal. It covers everything that you could possibly want it to cover, as well as a few things that you probably wish it couldn't.
Oh, who's your writing team? They're fantastic.
He chuckles and says,
Well, I write them myself.
Oh, in that case, you have too much free time on your hands.
Well, I wouldn't say that necessarily. Unlike you, most of the work that is done outside of these deals are not by me. In fact, most of the time I have very little work to do because of them.
Now, just to make sure, it is specifically the completion of the finalization of the Saving the World that you want me to delay by 30%, not the actual clearing of Dreadrealm. Because clearing Dreadrealm is probably the only way that I'll actually be able to delay the Saving the End of the World.
That would be correct. So long as they are led to believe that they are not ready, that would probably be enough with this group. I've noticed they seem very overly cautious. Do I think they could challenge the Silent King right now? Probably not. But they're fast approaching their ability to do so. I will also throw in a demigod soul after the reacquisition of my cane, if that is possible as well. But that will be a side deal. Just to make sure that nobody else tries to withhold it from me.
How about this? You can keep your demigod soul. What I want is when the time comes for me to seize a seat at the table within the deepest depths of your hells, you aid me in my task, however I need you to. I will not request anything of you that directly leads to or intentionally causes your destruction or your non-existence.
Sergus pauses for a moment thoughtfully before
You have a valuable ally in hell.
before looking at you with this wide grin that he's almost perpetually smiling, but this one seems to stretch his face to the point that the skin around it looks like it should be tearing as he says,
You have yourself a deal.
and he reaches out a hand to shake yours.
And then just make sure the contract kind of just covers like the deal essentially legalized in the form that like it would generally be understood by like us as lay people, right?
Say that one more time.
Essentially the contract covers like the deal as it's like understood like between us, where it's like Otto tries to delay them, tries to get, and then if Otto gets a cane back, then Sergus will assist Otto in essentially claiming dominion in hell.
Yes. It also doesn't specify a specific time period. He specifies because he's altered the contract. He specifies that in the event of the recovery of his cane, that he will assist Otto whenever the time comes for Otto to seize a seat, as he said it.
Just to make sure, it's an actual like claim of power amongst the lords. It's not like a physical chair. He's not gonna be like, here's a musical chair, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It is what you want it to be, not Faye.
I just want to make sure. I didn't want to make sure I could just go down to hell and then, like, I get the world's most comfortable office chair or something. Yeah, that sounds the deal.
Okay. With that, the group are brought quite jarringly and suddenly back to right next to the group, to the two of them, as he straightens out his coat and says,
Anyways, a bit of warning for this next area that I'm sending you to. It's a bit unique compared to some of the places you've been before, and you're not the only interested party there. There's a new individual who has, shall we say, been stirring up trouble in that plane of existence. Because this one, rather than just the usual pseudo-demi-plane, is actually in the astral. Actually, wait.
is it astral or ethereal for dreams? I think it's ethereal.
It's astral. Astral is essentially the dreamscape. Ethereal just means that it exists in a non-physical dimension.
Ah, okay. Then yeah, astral.
I will warn you that, from what I can tell, while he is not directly allied with the Silent King which you hunt, he does appear to have similar goals. So consider this your warning.
And with that, he snaps his fingers, and you guys are dumped in the middle of what appears to be the same town you started in the first time you went to Luna's Dream Realm. Or not Dream Realm, Dread Realm.
Wait. Is this the one that I think it is? The one with the big castle and the weird dungeon and the tavern that had the amazing pancakes?
No, I think you're thinking of the one for Shadowfire.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, I hope you're ready. Let's get a redo on this.
You were never
So many-
here. What are you talking about?
I'm saying that out of character, by the way.
See, where is...
Just see this in a drunken stupor.
Did I archive it?
It's like, I've seen this, I know this, yes.
I've been here before. You have? No!
We're going to just use... We're just going to use this tavern for, like, the thing you guys sit on to...
Oh, this is familiar.
So when you
Is it?
guys arrive, the first thing that you notice is that the area is devoid of the life that you saw previously. And everything here just seems off. Not by a lot, but by enough that you guys, looking at it, can't place a hoof, finger, claw, whatever you happen to have, on like what exactly is wrong. But you know that something is fundamentally wrong with this place.
Hey, Namos, could you switch out my token? Wind has been revived.
Hooray!
You're alive! Unbelievable!
Same for me. It's using
I,
the old one.
Just because you survived doesn't mean I'm giving you your soul back.
Nemesis. What are you doing? You're supposed to be working right now. I scheduled you for today.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be working every Monday, and every day is Monday.
Timekeeping in hell must be hellish.
Nameless almost spawned in my twin brother.
It happens quite often. More often than I'd like, but, you know.
I can't see anything.
From the
I mean, sight is not entirely important yet.
Oh. Okay.
We're just at the bar again, but yeah.
Oh, snaps. I can still pull up win stats. Bet.
I mean, he wouldn't just delete the sheet, probably.
There you go, Monk with 28 AC. Let's go.
Currently archived. So he shouldn't necessarily be able to actually use it.
Yeah, I can't use it, but I can see. Wait, can I use it? Hold on, let me do a saving throw. I can't use it.
Stop trying to access the powers of your past lives.
Oh, I can!
And nobody knows. And nobody knows reincarnation.
Your world hasn't proven reincarnation yet. You only suspect it.
I have reincarnate in my spell list.
Damn.
Alright, so what's going on, Nameless?
Never mind, he knows it.
So,
Never mind, proceed.
like I said, you guys are aware that something is off. The biggest thing that tips you off is that when you look up into the sky, the sky is definitely it's a night sky, kind of. The giant floating corpse in the distance kind of makes you feel a bit awkward.
That's a new phase of the moon.
I don't think that's normal.
Oh, of
Do we
course.
recognize the corpse at all?
No, it's humanoid.
Way off.
Everybody roll a sanity check except Otto.
Can I also roll
Yeah.
insight?
For what?
Really? Well,
20.
Try to, like, discern what it
Well,
is or something?
It
can't
it's
believe
not
you
an
made me do
insight.
this while I'm fixing my sheet. How could you do this to me, Nameless? I was fixing my sheet. You made me do this.
Ouch, ice.
This is why one doesn't just enter the minds of others. Not good for anybody.
Otto, I want you
Yeah, he's the
to
most sane out of all.
roll a perception for me.
He's so sane, he's insane.
Completely lost his mind.
One.
Well, and it's gone.
Otto, you think there might be a soul coin wedged in between the cobblestones there?
Ooh,
Otto
okay,
just
pick it up.
reaches into his sleeve, takes out a whole crowbar, and just starts trying to wedge it out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What did I say about not touching things you don't have to?
Is he okay?
I don't know. Not entirely sure, actually.
I think there might be something of value in his house. Oh look! A rock.
That's a very nice rock. I'm sure it's very valuable.
I don't exactly have a baseline for a devil, so I have no idea if this is out of character for him.
Huh.
No, this is very much in character for him. I just don't exactly know what he's doing.
So, for Phoenix and Quarrel, you didn't have any issues with Agoraphobia before, but right now you would like to be underneath a roof, anywhere but staring up at this vast emptiness that seems to stretch further than the eye can tell you. It's almost like you stared into the void and the void has stared back.
Yes, very not a fan.
Which you know is kind of fitting for the child.
Are there
Just
any
wonderful,
police
this.
nearby?
So,
We're right next to a tavern.
Otto, is you are pulled away from your soul coin searching. Roll me an advantaged perception.
You were supposed to see.
This is the only other chance I'm giving, because he's the only one that would see. There we go. He did it.
Side or whatever.
Felt so hard the last time. We had to go with advantage this time.
And I was hoping for 2 nat 1s. That would have been really fun.
I
another
was
one.
expecting
Wow.
2 nat 1s, if I'm being entirely honest. So, Otto, as you were heading into the tavern, you notice 3 things at the same time. First, your devil sight gives you a bit more insight into the world than most. So you realize that the whole area seems to be covered by what, in essence, is a thin crystal sphere. Second, that God Corpse seems to not be as real as it looks. And third, something else is circling the crystal sphere.
I see.
Well, lads, you're all probably going to die, but don't worry.
Huh?
I'm going to be the one who gets yelled at.
That is
comfort.
After your
Not
few
a-
observations, I have come to a conclusion. That body is not real. We are within some type of dome, and there is something outside the dome that very much likes or would like to get in.
Oh, fun.
Okay,
Say
that
the,
would be
the
what we have to
dome?
deal with then.
What is it? I don't know. But if it's here, it can't be good. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I don't actually know much about it.
Nameless, I'm just gonna roll this now, just in case. For, like, later. Shit. Does that succeed?
Like,
What?
Re-roll it later.
For supplies and stuff. I'm gonna search for supplies.
I don't know.
No,
Subtract
this
it.
is not
Oh,
Oh,
succeed.
potions.
I
Got
don't
it.
think you want to use anything in this.
I see.
round.
Potions. I
Yeah.
see.
Potions.
Is any of it real? Is any of this real?
None
And
of it is.
Otto just looks at the graph, tries to discern if it's real.
I mean, I guess roll her Arcana, maybe? It's actually a really good question. What would you roll to discern the reality of a reality?
I mean, I have true
Probably
sight.
Arcana, honestly.
Is this like a
Perception?
shadow conjuration?
Maybe
Or is-
perception?
Art?
Oh wait, you have true sight.
Yeah, I see things for how it is.
Oh no, things just got so much worse. He's got
Oh.
true sight.
Oh no.
Isn't this the second time this has happened, Nameless, where you realized that Otto had true sight?
That was Witch
Probably.
Sight.
Oh yeah, it was Witch
Yeah,
Sight, that's
gives you
right.
true sight. Yeah, that's what gives you true sight.
Yeah, anything within 30 feet, I have true sight for. It's essentially 30 feet of true sight.
Ah, so it's only 30 feet.
That was even less.
Or, sorry, correction. Which sight is you can see the true form of any shape changer or creature concealed by an illusion or transmutation magic while the creature is within 30 feet of you. But I also have the constantly ongoing detect magic eyes.
So
Super magic.
I'm actually going to alter the information that you got. The thing circling the dome is a massive black, what appears to be some sort of draconic creature. Its eyes glint with the signs of madness, and you're not entirely certain because you don't know the full extent of the deities, because even Shadowfire seems to be unsure of how many there actually are, as this world seems to be quite spontaneously birthing some of them. But this one may be more than you guys are ready for. So maybe no fist fighting that one.
Otto points towards and goes, "Does anyone see that?"
Everybody roll
See what?
perception.
Is he within 30 feet of us, Nameless, or is it further away?
I'm going to say it's further away, but it's
Is it just regular perception?
yes.
Boom! I suck.
Alright, 60
Coral
feet. So
has
within 60
dove
feet?
through a window.
Rats.
She's probably the smart one on this one.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically,
going
Phoenix is also not one that wants to be outside. So,
No.
however he decides to portray that, but everybody fails to see anything of interest.
Mortals.
30 is okay.
Dang.
30 is not high enough. Sorry.
You have to be 50. don't you
Greater
know?
than... Greater
Yeah, we
than
should
60
have brought
feet, Nameless, I'm assuming? Yeah, we need the guy who sees absolutely everything all the time.
Yeah.
If only he was here and not late. Oh well.
I
Alright,
mean, I rolled a 17 on the die.
let's try to put this in a way you'll understand. Sky, dragon, big, dome, protect, dome break, die.
Okay,
Is
so
everyone
don't
on the
break
same page?
this- Don't break the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I can understand that much.
We go home now.
I like how Phoenix just got back. She's like, I don't want to be here no more.
Damn.
Badly
I wish.
going here in the
Please go
first
away,
place.
please.
It's been 27 years since I've had a day off.
But how old are you?
I am not turning this portal around.
Well, working for Shadowfire, you get 3 days of paid vacation time.
Oh, sweet. Now if only he'll approve my days off.
Anytime soon.
I mean, he's a bit busy.
Damn it, I hate working for the guys. It's always, we need to save the world. You can't take a vacation. Oh, fuck this shit.
It's not even that. He recently had to reverse time, so
I hate time travel. It just messes with the entire schedule. It's like, oh, sorry, Jim can't work this Monday. He's already in the future working next Monday. It's...
Nothing good ever comes of time travel.
Swear to God, if anyone breaks out time travel, I don't know what I'll do, since I can't directly harm you. But I'll have a very stern talking with you.
Man, I used to be able to cast time stop, but I can't do that anymore.
I mean, you do have, if they directly harm you, you can directly harm them in a proportional manner.
Oh yeah, but it's only self-defense. I can't use it as a threat. I can't
Coral
be like,
has
"You
offered
better,
to
I'll
harm
kill you."
Coral
Thank
has
you,
offered
Coral.
to harm them for you.
Or if you ever want like some employment, I will set you up with a job that has actual vacation time and you work on Fridays.
As long as not every day is Friday.
Damn it.
Hey, you were just complaining about that.
Well, it's a demi-plane. Time doesn't move there. It's all irrelevant.
First he's complaining about time travel, then he's complaining about time stop. Well, we gotta figure out something to do.
I like how Coral is just ready to sign up for potential indentured servitude. So,
Yeah, just the chance to beat the party into a pulp is enough to get Coral to make a deal.
Honestly, Carl's just been looking for an excuse this whole time.
They just don't want to be here anymore.
I actually do have an errand I could be running right now.
I like how Ice just used the equivalent of, I left the oven on, guys, I'll be back.
It just so happens to be in the form of a 40 platinum rod, but really should be returned at this point.
Well, I suppose best option is to try and look around, see if there's any more odd things in this place, and then I suppose we go from there. We don't have much to go off.
Well, given this place looks rather familiar, suppose we go to the castle?
Oh, we can head in that direction.
Yeah.
Stop a few there.
Hey, Phoenix,
Mhm.
you feel a very foreboding feeling.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, this is different.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
a different
sense.
one. Okay, so I have two
We
foreboding.
smell a faint sense of danger.
Yeah, guys, I really think we should just do anything else.
Like what?
Go back to the dimension we were just in and do some other dread realm.
Nah, 'tis a silly idea.
If we could go back, I don't think we would be here right now, to be fully honest. I'm fairly certain we can't.
Yeah, I mean, Saragus is our way in. Solving the problem appears to be our only way out.
Just
I feel
don't
like
die.
I feel like this Dread Realm is a little bit more important somehow. So I don't feel like we should just abandon this.
Well, given we're more or less in someone's head, yeah, I'd probably not
The
be.
inside of their mind. I mean, with who we are, we're probably just going to cause more damage than good.
Oh, just to make sure, is anyone unfamiliar with the rules of dream travel?
I raise my hand.
Not exactly familiar with it now.
Okay, and Amos, correct me if I'm wrong. So just that way everyone knows, this isn't your dream. This is essentially your real world now for the duration of this dream. And if you die in the dream, you'll die in real life.
Makes sense. So basically, just another Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
I mean,
Damn, I forgot to feed
More
the
different from,
Except with
not
far
much
worse
more different from any other Dread Realm.
Did you say you forgot to feed the intern?
Yeah.
No, they need water every now and again. No.
They're like a plant. Right?
Oops.
That
Again.
poor intern.
Britney Spears starts playing
Watch it
aggressively.
actually be a Leshy.
Oops, I did it again. That's canon now, by the way. He's got a Leshy intern. It's great. I love it.
So-
Hopefully Dave will take care of it.
Do you guys go inside the tavern with Quarrel?
Might as well.
Do yet. We still need to decide where we're going and get ourselves ready to go.
Inside the tavern is as
Inside.
good a place as any to cast plane shift to get the hell out of here.
So you just want to go to a different plane within the dream.
I have a strange feeling that's not going to get us out of this place. You know, when I was using the Dreamstone, I had a little bit of control over you guys' dreams, but this isn't like your dreams. This is... Wasn't the book that you said Luna was a dream goddess? Something like that. You can't really get out of it as easily as Odin. You get in and out because they want you in, or something very powerful puts you in. Right now, we don't have much of a way out, except into.
I don't know. Let him try the plane shift.
Wait. we're in the dream of a dream goddess right now.
See, the only
Actually,
reason
hold
I'm-
on.
Honestly, Nameless, the only reason I'm arguing against it is because I know it's not going to go well. So, I feel it's within my character to argue against it.
Actually,
Nez was
hold
gonna say
on.
something.
Hold on, Nez is trying to say something.
Nez was going to say something. Go ahead.
Do you still have the Dreamstone?
I do, actually. I can pull that out.
Cause that sounds like that'd be very helpful right now. Cause does that like do anything? Like here?
Let me go into dreams. I don't know if we do much here. Unless we want to go deeper inside of the dream. Can I get the sense that it would do anything, Nameless?
I don't know, maybe.
Fear those words.
It's a 50-50 shot because
definitely fear.
If you're right and it does do something, it could be something absolutely horrible, or it's because it's a dreamstone, and this is the goddess of dreams that you are standing in the dream of. It may just not do anything.
Yeah. So how badly do we all want to die? Exactly.
Not very badly.
Not at all.
Wynn's answer is like, I could pass on that.
No. I'm
Death.
I've thought of
Coral's response, I'm good here.
Fear that Coral and is the fear that Coral and Ice feeling a frightened effect?
No. It's more like an actual phobic response.
Okay.
Which is actually fitting that those two are the ones that had it, given their one is
given
the follower of a multi-dimensional deity, and the other is a dimension hopper. But not an experienced one like Otto. Who, for Otto, this is just another Wednesday.
Oh, good, it's Wednesday.
Also,
that means it was
for
Mike's
particular
responsibility.
reasons for not liking dream magic.
But Otto, what if it's Thursday?
Then it is my responsibility.
So, does our wizard want to attempt a plane shift?
I don't know. Does she?
Do it.
Don't listen to him.
Because I feel like she would know. Out of character, I was pretty sure that you could just plane shift out of one plane to another.
Ice, just fall back.
I mean, as far as you're concerned, yes, that is the case.
Okay, well then. We don't need Saragus to find our own dreaded realms. We'll find them ourselves. Let's go.
So you cast plane shift?
Once everybody links hands or paws or claws or hooves or whatever they happen to have.
Kindle is not going to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also not leaving. Like, this is very personal
I'm
to me.
not.
That I have to do this.
I'm not doing it for my safety.
Well, I can't just leave everybody behind.
Sure you can.
I love how we're all just like
send a postcard.
Biaffi has this deeply personal reason why he's staying, and then Ari's just like, I'd rather not get hurt. Actually, that'd be great.
So
Kindle just wants to wake the hot lady up.
Wait, what?
And here we have the full spectrum of humanity. Is it equanimity?
I'm here because this is our job, and also I want to wake up the lady. She seems nice.
No, not just the lady, the hot lady.
See, that's why it's the full human experience.
I don't know if that raises or lowers your intent score.
Oh, it's not like I do anything
kind
to
of a
her. I
side-
just want to see her awake.
That's sort of a sideways shift, don't you think?
I'm debating in my head whether or not Melrose thinks Luna's hot.
That question that you never thought you would ask.
I never thought I would hear that question asked.
This is what we've come to. This is...
I feel like you just got dragged under the bed to cast the spell there.
Yeah.
You two are just plane shifting under the bed casually.
No, she can't leave the party behind. Not again. She did that and then 2 party members died.
What do we need to discuss?
We're going in. So I think we're all in the room at this point. But
Yeah.
since we wouldn't physically fit in the room with all of our pieces, we're just gonna stand here.
Excuse me, yes you can.
Phoenix is under the table now.
Oh. I got moved.
The adults are
Ah!
Okay, I genuinely don't know if my voice is gonna carry through or not. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Quietly.
So I'm gonna drag Phoenix in. I tell her, like, I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but given the fact that a bunch of people died and you were gone, you're the lucky charm. Don't disappear on me. You're with me. Okay, don't disappear.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Somebody's got to
staying
keep
under
Yafi
here.
from abusing his power here.
I heard that. Just like laughed off to the side.
You really shouldn't be using that dreamstone to mess with people's dreams.
Hey!
Uses their hand to grab a pillow from the bed, throws it at Yafi. No idea if they hit or not, just throws it at Yafi.
Just stretchy arm reaches over backwards and yeets pillow.
It actually
Pretty
just
much.
gets stuck on my horn. It's like, take it off.
Well, since it looks like we're going to be here anyway, despite how stupid that idea is, what are we going to do?
Survive? Come up
That's
with
the
something.
spirit.
Come up with something that can help us survive.
Well,
Guess that would start with information.
like I said, we don't do really anything here anymore. It looks the same, but nothing could be the same. Could look the same, but maybe not be. I think it would be best if we all go together, not splitting up, just in case, and we go seeing if we can find something to work with.
I'm gonna pull out a little flask from my bag, drink it, and then just say, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Your flask is empty.
Oh, not in this room!
God damn it!
No, my worst nightmare. I have no more vodka.
Hold on.
Dude,
Alcoholic.
drinking
What would be the
might
worst
have-
thing to happen to you? Is it running out of booze?
Can you get me more booze?
I mean, I can. Maybe.
Maybe.
My point is, perhaps you're out of booze because it's the worst thing that could happen to you.
What's
You're
the
thinking
nightmare?
nightmares.
Phoenix, right? Let's go ahead and get out of here.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Good job. This is going to result favorably on your web score.
Right.
Makes things a lot worse.
What? We
It's very
just got
likely.
here. Why are we
Absolutely.
leaving?
I
No,
suppose.
Phoenix is staying with me under the bed. We're not
I
leaving.
suppose not having much of a memory, and not even really remembering my fears, I guess that's a big bonus here.
Unless that actually is your fear. You just
Kendall, you don't
know it.
remember who just talked to you.
Well,
Oh, fuck.
The more you try to remember things, the less you remember. Specifically, Kendall.
Oh.
Okay. I think that makes sense. I fear losing more of my memory, and I'm losing my memory. Great. We need to hurry this up.
I wish I studied more gemology in college.
I think I remember someone said we should probably go to the castle. I agree with that. Why don't we? Like that just makes sense. Let's just go there.
We have someone losing their memory,
I feel like,
and this someone can become and can get very angry and hit very hard.
I feel like that the longer we stay here, the more things are just gonna get worse. So let's just get this over with.
Agreed.
Spirit.
Kendall just kind of walks out of the room.
Melrose, as you and Kendall start moving, both of you fall through the floor. It's a 3-foot drop, but it's enough to hurt. You take a point of damage each.
Ow.
Yeah, have you ever stepped on like uneven ground?
Wait, who? Kendall and
Melrose.
Rose fell through?
Yeah, Mel.
Okay,
It's
so
just
they
kinda
fell through the
worse.
floor.
And just like that, it got worse.
People stop thinking of ways things could get worse. That could just start manifesting things getting worse.
A stack of bills appears next to Otto.
Trying my best not to actually tempt fate.
Wait,
All of them are a stack of bills. All of them are overdue.
No!
With compounding interest.
No! What? Who takes out a loan at 86%?
Yeah, like I said, we should hurry this along.
Phoenix?
Crawls out and starts, once again, trying to walk down.
You can
I
only
hold on to
move 5 feet, and then you have to wait a minute.
I'm gonna hold on to Phoenix.
You know what this makes me think of? You know what this makes me think of? Have you guys ever seen the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie? Where they go into the minefield of the intelligence sensors? This is... Everybody stop thinking! Just get bombarded. Right. So we're... Like, I'm on my way out, I see that Phoenix and Coral are still both on the beds. I turn back around, kind of, this like, we're really gonna need you two idea. I know it's scary, but we really need you.
Well, you have to convince Coral. Because I'm not leaving. And she doesn't want to.
Coral,
Can't you bait her out with some candy?
Coral, you feel something slither across your back.
I stay still for 1 second, look around. Naomi, do you feel that?
No.
You feel the sensation of 1,000 little feet of some sort of insect crawl across your backside.
Where's it coming from?
The feed is for Naomi.
Oh. Okay, maybe now I feel it.
Arthur, I think I'm a chair. I think I may be a sofa.
What do?
Well, as long as you're not a love seat.
Is there any way this is some sort of magical effect?
Well, earlier there was an illusion, but I don't know enough about mortals to know if you're or how affected you are by mental illusions. Especially illusions that warp your perception of self.
Well, if this is a
Probably
dream...
very.
Well, if this is a dream turned into a nightmare, then I suppose that's what we're feeling, our own nightmares.
Yafi, roll
So-
perception.
Sure.
You hear the whispered voice of your father calling you a failure.
Oh, you priest, we really need to get going. The longer we stay here, the worse it's going to get for all of us. I don't want anyone having to feel this anymore. Especially not you. Like, looking directly at Coral. Camille's having troubles.
All the troubles.
This is our true worst nightmare. Discord issues. If my internet starts cutting out, I'm blaming you, Nameless.
How
There
would I
appears to
be?
be some powerful force impeding our abilities to communicate.
You okay, Coral? You okay, Camille?
Is there any way to insulate ourselves from this thing?
I don't know. I feel that the being, the entity responsible for this is too powerful, even beyond my understanding. Oh, you mean the nightmares? Probably not.
If you don't think the worst nightmares that can happen is the nightmares that this dream goddess can come up with. So maybe don't. Let it have your own nightmares.
Otto, do me a favor and roll a religion and an arcana. Also, Cameo, if you're not feeling well, you can go ahead and head out and give your voice a rest. So the creature outside, this is for the arcana roll, it doesn't fit the description of a lot of things that you're aware of. But you took that 1 week seminar class, and it was a lot of mumbo jumbo, but you do recognize one thing, that a lot of deities have a counterpart. You got the god of death and normally a goddess of life. Here you have a goddess of dreams.
Which means there's a goddess of nightmares.
Well, god or goddess, it could be either one. But
Or
it is.
non-binary.
I guess it depends on how the dichotomy of this word works.
It is highly possible, almost to the point that you would call it an actual fact, that there is in fact a nightmare god or goddess that is attempting to interfere, given that these two would be natural rivals, not to mention what Sergus told you.
Okay. Working theory. The space that we exist in is a space in which Luna is capable of exerting control and protecting. Essentially, we are in a bubble of safety within her mind. The giant dragon that's outside that none of you can see. Stupid fucking mortals. Anyways, likely is some type of avatar aspect of a nightmare deity, which is going to be the theological antithesis to Luna. Because, as you all know, within the cosmic order, there must be perfect balance. So, we need to find Luna and wake her up, so that way she can hopefully expel this fragment of a nightmare deity from her mind, or we need to somehow fight the nightmare deity, which I think is the worst option out of all options.
So, are you thinking that the sudden bad luck and nightmare effects we're feeling is coming from him?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Otto, you suddenly remember your rent is due.
Otto just starts molting.
Molding.
Preferably as fast as possible.
I realize
Yeah.
I'm ready for the test, and also I'm not wearing pants.
Wait, but you weren't wearing pants before. What happened to your fart?
Excuse me?
So, see, let me check the time real quick. How long have we been live? Hour and a half? Do we want to put a pin in it here for Cameo's sake, and then that way maybe next time we will have a loan?
Sounds good to
Sure.
me.
I suppose.
Alright.
I would go longer, but if we have a Cameo that is sick, then I would prefer not to overdo it.
That and a storm is messing up the internet. At least for me, anyway.
I can't help.
I
I
was
can't be helpful.
okay. Didn't know that part. So, for those of you that may or may not still be watching, if you enjoyed that and would like to see more of it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring notification bell, follow on Twitch, all that good stuff. Big thank you to my priest tier patrons, Cameo Shadowless, Ice Crystal, and Scarmix. If you want to support the channel further, check out the link for the Patreon in the description, where you'll get a bunch of cool excuse me. Well, you get now it's my turn to have my voice go wonky. Well, you get a bunch of cool reward type stuff. Check out the link for the Discord. Discord is free to enter if you would like to be able to hang out with the community and also chat with those who are on the podcasts. Because a lot of the time they do stick around for at least a couple days. There's also the YouTube membership, the subscriptions, bits, super chats, all that good stuff, and my link to VoiceMod partnership. Any and all support is extremely appreciated. For those of you on Twitch, if you have the free Twitch Prime sub, that also helps out quite a bit as well. Other than that, everybody have a great evening. We will see you again next week, starting on Thursday. And until then, don't forget to drink water.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Bye,
See you
everyone.
next time.